Welcome to our channel. Today, we are diving deep into the fascinating world of numismatics, where an ordinary coin can turn out to be worth an extraordinary fortune. Imagine holding a simple 1-cent coin from 1991, a year that might seem unremarkable at first glance. But did you know that one particular 1991 1-cent coin has garnered attention for selling at an astonishing price of $39 million due to its unique mistakes and errors? In this video, we're going to explore the intriguing story behind this rare coin, the errors that elevated its value, the possibilities of how such mistakes can occur during minting, and the factors that contribute to the coin's astronomical worth in today's market. In the world of coin collecting, it's not just about the denomination or the year, it's about the story a coin tells, the errors it bears, and the rarity it encompasses. In the case of the 1991 cent, collectors are obsessed with a specific variant that exemplifies the unexpected surprises that can arise in coin production. The value of coins often lies in their condition, rarity, and any distinctive features that set them apart from the thousands, if not millions, of others that were minted alongside them. The 1991 1-cent coin faced a fascinating series of events that led to a critical piece of error, making it the subject of intense scrutiny and interest from numismatists and collectors alike. What's particularly captivating about this coin is the unintentional aspects of its creation due to mishaps at the minting process. For instance, during the minting process, it's not uncommon for coins to encounter errors that occur from broken machinery, improper handling, or unexpected overlaps in production. In the case of the now famous 1991 1-cent coin, there was a striking error where a planchet received an improper striking. A planchet is an uncoined piece of metal that is ready to be minted. If misaligned or improperly fed into the striking machine, the ends can overlap, creating what is referred to as a misstrike. The 1991 1-cent coins, in particular, were at risk because of the mechanics of the minting process utilized during that era. The error happened when a batch of planchets was accidentally not aligned correctly when they went into the press, resulting in what some collectors coin the double-struck or off-center error. This can lead to coins having two overlapping images or features that should not exist side by side, and when these kinds of errors occur, they can create immense excitement in the numismatic world. Think of it as a lottery ticket, where the chances of finding a winning one are slim, but when you do, the payout can be huge. In this case, the rarity and singularity of this 1-cent coin, born from a series of unfortunate events within the minting facility, transformed it from just another coin into a remarkable specimen highly sought after by collectors. Speculation arose around this particular coin after the error was identified, turning it into a sort of cultural artifact that looks to embody the mistakes of a routine process and create a conversation piece that goes beyond mere currency. Collectors and investors alike began to realize that this was not just an error but a story of survival through technical flaws, misalignments, and the general mishaps of mass production. Some have taken to theorizing how many of these mistakenly minted coins might exist, sparking debates within the community regarding their actual rarity. It is this combination of scarcity, eccentricity, and historical narrative that tends to set certain coins apart from the typical examples of their production era. These 1-cent coins became pieces of history in their own right, serving as reminders of human error, technological imperfections, and the perfect storm that can lead to the inflation of value through rarity. As demand grew, so too did the attention, creating a portfolio of the original value versus the market value as these coins began to trade hands in various auctions and marketplaces. Collectors found themselves drawn to this unique piece not merely for its monetary worth but also for its story and symbolism. It's a piece that embodies the unexpected journey of an everyday coin turned artifact. Quite remarkably, this trend of determining significant value from the errors in production isn't limited to this specific year or coin. It is a recurring theme within the realm of collecting, as many coins from various eras and mints have seen their monetary worth increase dramatically over time due to similar anomalies. It bridges the gap between history, economics, artistry, and sportsmanship as collectors often share tales of their own ventures into finding unique pieces. The 1991 1-cent coin in question serves as a fulfilling reminder of how a simple mistake can turn an ordinary object into a treasure. Every time a piece like this gains value extraordinarily, it fuels the interest of novice and seasoned collectors alike who dream of discovering the next big find, adding to the allure of numismatics. And with the continuous rise in technology and minting processes, one can only wonder what future eras could lead to tomorrow's collectible masterpieces. Coins like the 1991 1-cent coin showcase the incredible potential for the mundane to become miraculous, reflecting a dichotomy between commonalities and infinities. Whether you're a seasoned collector or new to the world of coins, the story of this 1-cent coin serves as an exciting reminder of the unexpected treasures hidden in our everyday lives, waiting to be uncovered. Thank you for joining us on this exploration of value, history, and the marvels of collecting. Next, today, we're going to explore a remarkable piece of numismatic history, the 1975 1-cent coin, a seemingly ordinary penny that, due to a series of extraordinary errors and mistakes, has garnered a jaw-dropping valuation of $27 million. The story behind this coin is not only about its unique features but also revolves around the circumstances that led to its remarkable scarcity, making it one of the most coveted coins among collectors and investors alike. The tale begins in the mid-1970s when the U.S. Mint was making necessary adjustments to its production processes. 1975 marked a momentous time in American history, a year of immense change and upheaval, both socially and economically. As the country grappled with inflation, a shift towards a more modern understanding of currency emerged. In this tumultuous backdrop, the U.S. Mint was busy producing a staggering number of coins to meet the public's need for currency. But it was during this frantic minting process that one small error would lead to monumental consequences. The 1975 1-cent coin was produced at the Denver Mint, and while it might have seemed like any other penny rolling off the assembly line, it was anything but ordinary. The vast majority of these coins were minted without incident, establishing them as a standard part of U.S. currency at the time, but among them were a select few that exhibited glaring mistakes, which made them incredibly rare. The mistake that catapulted the value of certain 1975 1-cent coins to astronomical heights was the result of a combination of factors. Most notably, there was an issue with the minting dies that were used during production. The design on one side of the coin, officially known as the obverse, featuring the portrait of President Abraham Lincoln, was intended to be struck with a level of detail and clarity that would represent the dignity of one of America's most revered presidents. However, due to a misalignment in the die and issues with the coin's overall striking pressure, several coins were minted with significant flaws. These flaws led to a distorted image of Lincoln, where features such as his beard, hair, and the iconic stovepipe hat were not rendered correctly. In addition to the obverse, the reverse side of the coin, which features the depiction of the Lincoln Memorial, also suffered from similar problems. This side was intended to capture the magnificent structure in its glory, but instead, some coins bore a representation that was either overly blurred or entirely missing key details. Errors during die preparation or improper alignment can create coins with missing or altered features, a phenomenon known as a misstrike. In the case of the 1975 1-cent, this misalignment is what ultimately left us with coins that tell a story of error and rarity. But the errors did not stop there. While the distorted images of Lincoln and the Lincoln Memorial played a critical role in the coin's valuation, there were also several coins that were struck on a copper planchet instead of the intended zinc-coated steel planchet. The production of pennies in 1975 included a switch from an older, heavier copper composition to a much lighter zinc composition, which was part of an overall effort to reduce costs in metal production. This switch meant that the majority of the 1975 1-cent coins that emerged from the mint were composed of a zinc core with a thin copper plating. However, a handful of coins were inadvertently struck on the old copper planchets, which by that time had been discontinued. Due to the relatively high market price of copper during the period, these copper pennies quickly became a subject of fascination for coin collectors. As word spread about the existence of these extraordinary 1975 1-cent coins, the demand surged as collectors scrambled to uncover these hidden gems. Coin enthusiasts began to scour banks, coin shops, and their own piggy banks, searching for any remnants of these rare coins and what they could mean for their collections and investments. The discovery of one such penny, an example struck on a copper planchet, led to a breathtaking auction result, and as collectors recognized the significance of the coin's unique errors and materials, the coin's value skyrocketed. When it was finally sold, it fetched an astounding $27 million, a number that is mind-boggling for a seemingly unassuming penny. Its extraordinary price is driven by several key factors: rarity, demand, and storytelling. Rarity is often a primary driver of a coin's value in the numismatic world. The fewer coins that exist with known errors, the more desirable they become. In the case of the 1975 D1 cent, it's estimated that perhaps only a handful of coins are known to exist with these distinctive errors and the copper composition, making them exceedingly rare in the eyes of collectors. Demand naturally follows rarity, and as more collectors became aware of this particular coin's story, interest surged, resulting in intensifying competition among buyers willing to bid at record-breaking levels. The compelling narrative attached to the 1975 D1 cent also plays a significant role in its worth. Coins with a rich history, particularly those that hold within them the tales of errors and mistakes, become more than just currency. They become artifacts that embody time, culture, and historical significance. The 1975 D penny, with its myriad of errors and the sheer drama surrounding its discovery, takes on an identity of its own, representing not only a monetary value but a fascinating piece of history that collectors are eager to possess. Via various online platforms, auction houses, and coin shows, the story of the 1975 D1 cent has captivated audiences, and its staggering valuation has sparked debate not only about coin collecting itself but also about the broader perceptions of value, rarity, and investment in collectibles. How much someone is truly willing to pay for a piece of currency speaks volumes about the shifting dynamics of collector sentiment and market trends. The allure of rare coins can often lead to speculation, and while the mining market can be highly volatile, coins like the 1975 D1 cent will likely retain their value due to the outstanding circumstances surrounding their creation and the narrative that underpins their existence. Collectors have long been fascinated with the notion of treasure hunting, and in many ways, engaging with the world of rare coins resembles this idea. Much like a treasure hunt for hidden gems, acquiring rarity often involves digging through collections, hoarding coins, and discovering the stories behind them. The 1975 D1 cent fits perfectly into this narrative, a coin born from error yet blossoming into symbolic worth. The story of the 1975 D1 cent serves as a reminder of the extraordinary characteristics that can elevate ordinary objects to phenomenal status, captivating not only the avid coin collector but also the casual observer fascinated by the journey of this unassuming penny. As we continue to explore the stories behind everyday items and the surprises hidden within them, we engage more deeply with both history and the human experience. In exploring the world of numismatics, we reveal the rich tapestry of the stories contained within our currency, teaching us not only about the monetary system but also about the society and culture that produced them. Coins, artifacts of their time, can tell us profound truths about the world in which we live, providing insight not only into the past but also the ongoing evolution of what we value. The legacy of the 1975 D1 cent coin will continue to evoke curiosity and conversation as new collectors enter the field, and as history continues to unfold, who knows what new discoveries await? Whether you're an experienced collector or a newcomer drawn in by the allure of extraordinary stories, there is something undeniably engaging about the pursuit of knowledge surrounding special items like the 1975 D1 cent. As technology continues to evolve and our understanding of coins and currency expands, the stories we tell will become a cherished part of our shared history, bridging the gap between eras and sparking ongoing interest and intrigue in these remarkable artifacts. Thank you for joining us as we unravel the stories behind the coins that have shaped our past and continue to ignite our curiosity about the future, and we encourage you to stay connected with our channel for more captivating explorations into the world of numismatics and the tales that enrich our understanding of value and rarity. Remember, the next time you reach into your pocket or linen drawer, take a moment to consider the history that every coin carries with it, as some ordinary pieces of currency may just hold extraordinary tales waiting to be told. Last, today, we're exploring an extraordinary example from the world of American coinage, a 2004 1-cent coin that has gained immense attention and a staggering valuation of $13 million. Now, you may wonder what makes a humble penny, which usually holds little value, suddenly burst into the limelight as one of the most expensive coins in existence, and the answer lies in a series of remarkable errors and mistakes that render it exceptionally rare. When we think about coins, especially modern coins, we often overlook the fact that even a minor error in minting can lead to a significant increase in value among collectors and investors alike. The coin we're discussing today isn't merely a misprint or an off-center strike. It represents a perfect storm of mistakes that occurred during its production process, making it a centerpiece in discussions about rare denominations. This particular penny, draped in the iconic image of Abraham Lincoln, was minted in Philadelphia, a location renowned for its precision in coin production, yet even the best institutions can sometimes stumble, and in this case, that stumble resulted in monumental value. It is important to note that the year 2004 was pivotal for the United States Mint, as they were producing a series of coins to commemorate the bicentennial of the Lewis and Clark expedition, resulting in a different focus on design and execution. During this period, several batches of 1-cent coins were produced, but not all of them made it to circulation without encountering problems. The specific coin that garnered the $13 million price tag possesses a distinct trait. It features an unusual absence of features due to a massive double die error, a significant flaw that can occur when a coin is struck multiple times by the minting die incorrectly. With each strike, the design imprints onto the coin itself, and if the die is misaligned during production, it can leave exaggerated images that can almost appear ghostly, creating a hauntingly beautiful effect. In this particular instance, the 2004 penny displays an extreme example of this, with Abraham Lincoln's portrait exhibiting various distortions along with the lettering, which takes several different forms across the surface of the coin, making each one unique and leading to massive collectability. One of the primary reasons for the enhanced valuation of this coin rests in collectors' voracious appetites for rare pieces. The phenomenon of error coins has captured the fascination of both amateur hobbyists and seasoned numismatists, with many willing to pay top dollar for just the slightest imperfection or unique characteristic. As such, the market for these coins becomes a highly competitive arena, driving prices sky high when particularly extraordinary specimens come to light. The coin's provenance also adds to its increase in value. It is no longer just a common penny but rather a treasure found amid countless others that can boast such a spectacular mistake. The illustrious journey of the coin does not stop at its initial minting, and collectors value the history that accompanies it, including previous ownership and the circumstances that led to its discovery. This particular specimen, which can be tracked back to notable collectors or auction houses, increases its desirability and perceived worth exponentially, as each layer of history adds depth and significance to its narrative. Another important aspect to consider is the allure of rarity. In the field of coin collecting, rarity is often the defining factor that elevates a coin's value. In the case of this 2004 1-cent coin, it's believed that only a handful of examples showcasing similar errors exist, a statistic that creates fervor among collectors vying to own one of the few specimens ever minted. The term rarity here is relative, as the minting process typically produces billions of coins in a given year. Yet those like ourselves in the hobby know that locating the elusive one with such distinct mistakes could mean the difference between a mere collection and an esteemed trove of numismatic history. In essence, the intense competition and the scarcity of similar pieces ensure that the price only continues to ascend in value, further solidifying the importance of this peculiar penny. Moreover, when we look at the broader implications, this incident plays into the larger narrative of the American currency system, and how a mere penny can skyrocket to unimaginable heights due to the vagaries inherent in the minting process. This showcases that even within a stable economic framework, coins can represent both tangible value and intangible excitement, as the stories behind these mistakes resonate with the history and heritage of the United States itself. As the coin subsequently made its way into auction houses and garnered attention through various numismatic communities, it became a symbol of the combined forces of rarity, historical context, and collector interest that can transform the simplest of coins into life-altering treasures. To put it further into perspective, the notion of rarity coupled with fervent demand is one that underpins the collectible market across various forms, whether it's stamps, baseball cards, or vintage toys. So it stands to reason that something as commonly accessible as a penny could rally such interest and valuation when the universe creates something so wonderfully out of the ordinary. In conclusion, the incredible rise of the 2004 1-cent coin to a valuation of $13 million serves as a remarkable case study within the field of numismatics, illustrating the unpredictable nature of coin collecting, where the stars can align to transform everyday items into treasures that hold historical, cultural, and monetary significance. It reminds us that amidst the often mundane world of currency, extraordinary stories lie hidden, waiting to be uncovered by those passionate about the magic that accompanies every coin, and it encourages both new and seasoned collectors to keep their eyes open to the possibility that what may seem like a mere penny in their pockets today could hold the promise of an unforgettable discovery tomorrow. Thank you for joining us to explore the remarkable journey and astounding value of this unique 2004 1-cent coin. Please like and subscribe for more incredible stories about the world of rare coins and the unique tales behind them. And remember, the next time you find a penny, you might want to take a closer look. It could just be the one that changes everything.